Monday night by a point, but they're still just one win away from their first NBA title. The Warriors are favored by 2.5 tomorrow night at home, but they're going to have to get it done without Kevin Durant. We're joined once again by Ric Bucher. Rick, do you expect Toronto to close things out tomorrow night?
I do. Ultimately, I had going into the series, I had the Warriors in 6. I thought that the rest, after knocking out Portland, was going to allow them to recover and they could see the finish line. But I've seen this all year with this team. It's not that they're mentally not willing. It's that they are physically unable. And to Skip's point earlier about who's got the closers and who's got the proven closers, the Warriors obviously do, and that showed itself in Game 5. But that's if the game is close. That's if it becomes a single possession game. The reality is that hasn't been the case. And having been at Game 4, I was stunned in that game, knowing that they needed it. The Warriors got to a point where it wasn't about offense. It was, we can't stop Toronto.
I agree.
Defensively, they're can we outshoot them from 3? Yes, but they're getting layups. Serge Ibaka is dominant. If we miss, Serge Ibaka is there to finish. And ultimately, I believe that combination of being able to score inside easily because of their size advantage and defensively, their ability to ratchet things up is going to be the difference maker. They were in position to finish this in Toronto, even with those closers, and ultimately couldn't get it done. As long as it's not a one-possession game, which it hasn't been in Oracle, I would expect that the Raptors are going to wrap this up.
Okay.
Well, I'm about to give old Ric Bucher an amen, because I agree. Skip Bayless, everything over but the shouting. The benediction will be given tomorrow. Now, you keep telling me, look, the Warriors made 23s, and they won by a point. You keep telling me they have yet to play a clean game, but Game 5 was the cleanest game of all the games they played in the playoffs. They've been loose with the basketball. They average about 17 turnovers. A couple of games, they were in the 18. So this is who they are, Skip. The question is, do you believe they'll make 20 more threes in order to stave this off? I do not. I do not believe that now there's no Kevin Durant that's going to allow Klay and Steph to relax, that's going to space the court. So now they can go back to say, we don't have to worry about KD. Kawhi's not going to have to exert any extra energy on the defensive end trying to worry about KD, because I believe that affected his offensive end because KD got it going so early. He had to spend a lot of his time worried about how do I shut this off, and it affected his offensive end. That won't be the case tomorrow night, Skip Bayless. Look, I already know what they're going to do. They're going to bring out E40. They're going to bring out Oaktown 357, Too Short, Mac Drake. Even MC Hammer will be in the house.
He will be.
But it's going to be all for naught. It's going to be all for naught, Skip. Unfortunately, the last thing that people will remember about Oracle is that Toronto took the Warriors over their knee and closed the building down with a spanking of the Warriors' butt.
Really? Boy, I hope the Warriors are watching right now, because that
I hope they watch it
well
too
in that locker room. Now,
well, I hope they watch it when you bet me 4 cases
of the Raptors. Wow, I love that.
Yeah.
So my partner Shannon Sharp has already informed me he gives Golden State no more than a 7 to 10% chance of winning tomorrow night.
That is correct.
In the finale at Oracle.
Yeah.
7 to 10%. Yet, I don't know how this is happening, but Golden State remains a 2.5-point betting favorite in the game. Who knows how that could be? I don't know, because you both make very strong points. I will agree. I have zero evidence that Golden State can win this game when I look back at the 3 games they've played at Oracle this basketball season versus this team, because they've lost all 3 of them. And games, to your point, 3 and 4, Toronto dominated those games. Toronto terrorized them at home. They could not keep Lowry or Van Vliet from the basket, and once they just penetrate the lane, it's chaos. And they're getting shots, wide open threes here, there, and everywhere. And Toronto is too long. They're just too tall for Golden State. So I give you all of the above, but I'm going to tell both of you what I told Rob Parker. He's pro Raptors. He had Raptors in 6. He's sticking with it. This is his night of nights. You guys are ready to celebrate. The deeper you get into a finals, the smaller the basket looks to the underdog team. And I don't care what you say, the underdog is still Toronto. And as the closeouts keep getting deeper and deeper, we should have closed out 5. Now we got to close out 6 to stop a Game 7 back in our place, the basket just starts looking small to three-point shooters. This series has been decided each game by who made the most threes.
Sure.
I believe Golden State, especially in the grand finale at Oracle, when they know for sure this is it, there's no more KD and there's no more Oracle, this is it, they'll make more three-point shots.
If they could make this a small ball game, which is their strength, and clearly the Raptors can play some of that, but the real advantage they have over the Warriors is playing with size. But not having Kevin Durant, who started at center.
He did.
In Game 5.
And he blocked a big shot early.
Kevon Looney coming in.
Yep.
There's some question as to whether he's going to be available. That's a huge difference. Now you have to play DeMarcus Cousins. Now you have to play Andrew Bogut. Now you have to play the Raptors game.
Yep.
And when you have those guys on the floor, now suddenly Marcus Gasol and his ability to shoot the three versus the other two bigs, it shifts that dynamic a little bit. It shifts the advantage that the Warriors have in being able to play fast and small, and it goes back to Toronto and what they were able to do and why they've been able to dominate, whether it's Oracle or any place else. And here's the reality. I've been in Oracle from the beginning. I saw what it was when it started. There was an intimidation factor, no doubt about it. They would hit a couple threes. The crowd wouldn't even wait for the threes. They were already buzzing. And then when they would hit a couple threes, it would take it to another level.
Escalates. Yep.
Now you have an audience that sits there and they're waiting for the Warriors to get them going. They're not providing the energy. They're asking the team to get them excited.
I agree with that, except for tomorrow night. I think it'll be different because everybody knows this is the end. Right?
I
Skip, let me ask you
would have
this.
hoped to have seen that in Game 4, and I did not.
Skip, let me ask you this. Do you believe Boogie Cousins will give you in Game 2 and 5? Will he give you that in Game 6? And can the Warriors keep Toronto off the glass? That's where Toronto stays in the series at. That is that they get multiple cracks at it because they're killing them on the offensive glass. So do you believe Boogie can give you in Games 2 and 5? Give you that in Game 6, Skip? Because we have not seen him put games together like that.
You got me. I don't trust him.
Yeah.
And I'm just being honest with you. Every time the ball's in his hands, I'm flinching, wincing, looking the other way because I'm fearful something bad will happen. And the other night, 6 good things happened because he made 6 baskets that I didn't think he could make.
Yeah.
He's going to have to play bigger. I don't know if Kevon Looney can just suck it up and just play through his pain because he got shut down the other night, but I think he'll try to go. I just have a feeling, and he makes them much better.
He does.
Fabulous insight, gentlemen. We will find out tomorrow night. Rick, thanks so much for being here.
You got it.
Way to go.
Still to come, will the Raiders be must-see TV on Hard Knocks this upcoming season? We'll discuss next.